You know how there's a lot of people on YouTube selling shit and sponsoring shit, and people pay them to promote their product and then shell out and do this and put money in their pockets. No, I get that. It's understandable. It's an economic system. But at the same time, I won't do nothing like that. But I will probably at some point if they offer me enough money, because everybody's for sale, right? But this whiskey is really unique and original in a way that it's a mixture between, like, so for example, where you got peat and you got smoke and you got kind of that kind of a darkness to a whiskey, a Scotch rather, because Scotch only has that, whiskey doesn't really. But like this one, Loch Lomond, if I'm saying that correctly, now this has managed to mix both those worlds into one. Now what happens is that when you mix both worlds into one, you get a pretty decent sort of a strike down, and this one is pretty good in that sense because it's got both of those. It's pretty sweet, it's pretty mellow, but at the same time, it's got a kick to it. It's got like an undertone of like a fist, but then a kiss. So if a woman, an MMA fighter, that's a good example. An MMA fighter like Chris Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, Valentina Shevchenko, or let's say Gina Carano, let's say where Misha Tate would going down on a sexy scale. Those girls would be like this whiskey, which is like a mixture between both those worlds. Now you don't usually get that. Now I tried the Loud Frog, I barely got through the bottle of it. You wake up the next morning. That's one of those whiskeys when you drink it, you drink a little bit of it. This is like a mixture between both of them. It can still have a kick to it. It can still have a punch, but at the same time, it will manage to sort and mellow itself out, so that you can actually enjoy the glass. Now, if you don't enjoy this kind of whiskey or Scotch, then go mix your Captain Morgan with your spice and your Coca-Colas, which I would not recommend you mix this one because I would be pretty sure it still kicks through. Now, I would like to make an actual, well, not now, but I would like to make an actual proper tier list of the whiskeys that I've had, or Scotches that I've had. Up at the top is Macallan 12 100%. Then would be Talisker. Then Morangi 12. That's a good one. Glenlivet was alright. Which ones are the... Well, I mean, it depends on, like, it just depends on... Now, that's why I say, you know, if you've got a day where it's raining outside, and you do not have to go out, you don't have to be anywhere, you want to just drink a glass of whiskey, you don't have to drink anything that you have to mix with it, because when you mix sugary drinks with whiskey, you start getting that energy to go partying and do all that. Now, this is a whiskey you can drink and stay indoors, which is great because most of this climate is basically just rain, 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 sunshine, maybe sunshine, maybe rain. Then it stops raining, but it's still kind of gloomy, and you can see clouds coming, and it's still kind of raining. So this is a pretty decent mixture, and that's why I recommend anybody who drinks whiskey or who doesn't drink whiskey. And actually, I would not recommend anybody to drink, but if you do drink, select your whiskey properly. Be smart, be educated. This actually says Swan Neck stills aged in American oak casks to create the signature fruit, honey, and soft smoke. So they got it. They did it. They did it. They did it. Soft smoke. You can definitely taste smoke on it, but you can also taste fruit and honey on it, which is a really rare combination if you think about it. But don't think about it too hard because you're going to start wanting drinking. And if you do drink though, but just drink something that is actually worth drinking, not something that is like you gotta do this and like the Jaeger bombs and Jameson and all that, just filth. All that shit does is just put sugar into your bloodstream so you can start moving, and that's why a lot of guys probably get into fights in clubs. Now I used to, but once you get to a maturity age, you start going a little bit like, you know what? I'd rather drink this and watch a movie or play some music, play a guitar, play an instrument, play some video games. You start going into that direction a little bit more. And this is why I appreciate a whiskey that actually allows you to not want to, I gotta move. No, you get to a position where you kind of, you savor, you taste the actual whiskey, the flavor of it. You don't just go, yeah, I gotta, and I need to, and you know, I don't mind. No, you get into a position where you actually drink it, for the flavor, almost to enjoy actually what has gotten into making this liquid, which in this circumstance situation is actually whiskey, right? Or scotch, whichever, or both work.